Welcome to Why Not Us podcast. I hope everybody's doing well today. It's your host Ken J, and today in the building, I have a life certified transformation coach in the building, Miss Natasha Slack. How are you feeling mentally today?
I am fabulous. Thank you for asking.
Most definitely, most definitely. I appreciate you for coming to the platform. Um, I'm just psyched, to hear your story and just vibe with you.
Yeah, I'm excited too because I'm not going. All this is new to me. It's all new to me. It's just like my life just took a complete turn last year. So just y'all just bear with me here. But
Take your time.
I'm gonna give y'all my background and what led me to this point. So this is a book that I do have that is on Amazon, and I call this my pretty little mess, but it's my blessing as well because um I was given three visions from God in 2016 when because I had moved from Chicago to Georgia because I decided that I wanted to build a different life for my kids, a better life for my kids, to get them away from Chicago. So when I moved to Georgia, my intentions was to build a better life, but my mentality was thinking outwardly, and God like literally has plans for us that we can't even like grasp or understand at the time. So when I went down to Georgia, he actually allowed me to draw closer to him because I didn't grow up in a household where God was like present, or we had to go to church, or we had to read the Bible or anything. So he drew me closer. In 2016, he gave me three visions: a vision for writing, a vision for speaking, and a vision for safe havens. So my book, I attempted to write the book on maybe three or four different occasions, and I went through a 9 year domestic violence relationship. So by me, when I was attempting to write this book, I was literally focusing on that relationship because to me that was traumatic. It was an issue in my life that I thought damaged me. And the problem is, we have to understand when we go through negative situations, when we go through traumas in life, it's like a tree grows within us. And when you only cutting off and trimming branches, you only dealing with part of the issue. You're not dealing with the entire issue that led up to that point. So by me attempting to do this book, these those times or whatever, I wasn't able to because I wasn't looking at the bigger picture and what actually led up to me being in that relationship. So, I had to, God showed me a point in my life when I was a kid. People have to understand we have this inner child that have to be nurtured before the world tainted us, before society tainted us, before people tainted us, because we end up piling all these different personalities, all these different behaviors, changing our identity to fit in instead of just
Mm-hmm.
ourselves. We're not taught to just be yourself, be authentic, be who you are. And I was going through that in my life. I was putting on all these different behaviors and different personalities, and I had buried my authentic self. It was smothered. So I didn't know my place in life. I didn't know who I was for a long time. So when I finally did sit down and decide to write this book, which was January of last year, it was like the levee in my life had broke. Like everything came out. Everything came out. Because when he showed me that point in time when I was in childhood, he also showed me three generational curses that I had to fight as well, which was lack of communication in families. Because some of us we grow up in families where it's you don't get to express yourself. You don't get to tell how you feel. You don't get to say how you feel. These feelings we hold inside and we grow with these things and they become roots in us. Lack of communication, the expression of love was missing in our household. I grew up in a two-parent household. So everybody can't say two-parent households is like all is made up. It's not always cracked up to be if certain things are not instilled in kids growing up. So that lack of expression of love, the lack of communication, and also the presence of God was missing. So those three things God pinpointed to me, showed me. So everything by me being in that domestic violence relationship for 9 years, these things led up to me getting into that domestic violence relationship. So people have to understand, you have to, when you start fighting traumas, facing traumas, you have to find out what the root of the issue is. You can't say one event happened and that's what messed you up. For some people, it may be the case, but not for everybody. You have to go deeper, deep down inside and figure out where it is, and you have to pull those. You have to pull it up from the root. There's no way around it, because if you don't, you're gonna continue life with those issues. So after I wrote the book, I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, I call it my blessing because what I got from it was that, this book actually healed me. By me writing everything down in this book, everything that I went through, if you look back at certain points in your life and you have so much emotions there, because I cried through the entire writing of this book. Like I had to take breaks. Like I can't. I need a break. I can't do this. So it
Mm.
took me to August to finish the book. So I'm laying in bed. I did a self publish through Amazon. So I'm laying in bed and I'm like, okay, now I wrote the book. What do you want me to do? God gave me 3 words. He said, fix the book. After writing such an emotional book, I'm like, I'm not trying to reread this book. And that was just bottom line. I wasn't gonna reread this book because I knew what I was the emotions that I faced writing it. So I did everything around rereading this book. So what I do, I go into Amazon, I fix the fonts, I fix the page size, I do little stuff that to keep me from reading the book again. It took me until February of this year to actually sit down and say, okay, let me go back through this book and read this book. And I actually had started rewriting this book. And when I say every emotion that I had at the time of writing this book was gone, I was able to see every situation in my life from a different perspective. I was a, it didn't, I was seeing everything in a different light. It wasn't coming to me the way that I faced it then. That was, and that's when I knew I was in a transformation at that point. Okay.
Natasha, give me 1 second. Do you hear something playing in the background? I hear
Oh,
me.
you know what? That's my phone. I'm so sorry.
I'm like, cause now
Because I was
go ahead. You
trying to tag,
good?
and
Hey,
that,
yeah, tag like the first one is that's cause that the on my page
yeah.
it says Natasha Slack the certified coach. That's the one to tag yourself in.
Okay. I'm trying to. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure it out because I don't see how to tag myself.
Just cause that's what I was trying to
Okay, I'm gonna have to figure it out because I don't see how to tag myself.
let me see. So like your page, see if you could like add it like on the share it to your page if that makes sense. Like share it to your
Oh,
page. My bad. Share it to your page. So like your page. See
okay,
if you
I
can
got it.
like add it like on the
Okay, so back what I didn't even know I was going through a transformation at that time. I had to sit down. I had to study. I actually the course that I took to be a transformation coach, I didn't take it to April because I had to sit down and understand exactly what I was going through at that time because I didn't even understand what I was going through at that time. And people have to understand when you go through a transformation, it's gonna either come by you physically making that choice for yourself, knowing that you're not in the place that you should be in life, or it's gonna be preceded by a traumatic situation. And mine was actually preceded by a traumatic situation that I had never dealt with. So that helped me to understand, where I was at that point in my transformation. But like I said, you know, going through everything, the experiences and uh, the traumas, you know, people carry all this weight around on them, and it's not theirs to carry no more. It's like holding on to trash that you just like you never took out the garbage.
Mm.
So, and that was I was hoarding garbage in me, and it was hindering my life in every way possible. Like I did, like how they say people be scared to start over. This like my third life. I done started over 3 times, and I really did because I didn't know my place. I didn't know who I was. So I did. I was in healthcare for 20 years. I was in real estate for 4 years, and my heart was just not in it. It was just like this is not me. Something is wrong. I knew something was wrong with me. That was the whole thing. I'm like, my mouth used to be a pistol. Like after going through so much, I started creating defense mechanisms. Like I would walk around with people thought I was evil and hadn't even had a conversation with me because of how I carried my facial expression. Like I just had a natural mean mug, and a lot of people have told me like I was scared to approach you. I thought you was evil. No, it's not that and I didn't know that by me going through so much that I was creating these defense mechanisms to keep people away from me. And my mouth was another one. Like, my gift is to motivate. And this is a gift that I used all my life and didn't know that it was a gift. But I was using it all wrong because I can motivate somebody back in the day, but at the same time, I'll probably be cussing somebody else out in the next hour or so. So I had to learn how to control my mouth. This thing when you go through a transformation, like when I say your desires and your mindset, everything changes, everything begins to change. And you be like, it's scary at the same time because when you so used to, going out on weekends and drinking and doing this and hanging out, it's scary, but at the same time, it's refreshing and you really want to look to what's coming in the future now. You're not you at the it comes a certain point where you're not scared to leave all that behind. It's like, okay, I'm done with that. It's over with. This is who I am now. You can't be scared to be who you are. You have to, I don't care like who don't support you, who don't rock with you and how you change. You have to show up for yourself every day. I don't care who ain't there for you. You gotta motivate yourself. Like when you hit me up, I was going through one of my things at that time. I'm like, oh, I don't know about this. Like, come on. But when I talk to you, I'm like, okay, it was a confirmation for me from God. Like, keep going. That's why I say even the motivators need motivation sometimes. And that's just life. God made us to be sociable. He didn't make us to be loners or it's introverts in this world, but he made us to be sociable. He made us to help each other in this world. I mean, and that's just bottom line. But I also do, which my writing technique, people will definitely tell a difference in. This is all collaboration that I actually did with a group of authors.
That's dope.
So, and everybody talks about, the issues they faced in life and they overcame. It's called Hope Volume Two. I mean, you can hope Volume Two. So this is actually Volume Two that I did with my coach and some other authors. And my writing technique is totally different from the first book that I did. When people read it, like this is a totally different person. It totally is because I was able to um, receive the information differently of my
Mm.
than than I was then.
Yes. That's major. Like everything that you saying about transformation and just listen to you, tell your story is amazing. Like like when you really going through a transformation, it's like, honestly, it's like a light switch on, like in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, I want A, B, C, and D. Okay, I know I have to shift my mindset. You know what I'm saying? I know that God is within me. Like God is in me. At the end of the day, God is in me. You have to reprogram your mind. You do.
Exactly.
You gotta reprogram your mind. You have to at the end of the day, like the things that you was taught and different things and how you viewed yourself. And that's why it's like low self-esteem. That's why, you know what I'm saying, people look for validation because of things that was instilled in them when they was a child.
Right.
You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? For real.
And that's why people, that's how people lose their identity. Like they lose it because they start, when they see it's not approved by the ones that they are around or society, they begin picking up these pieces that really ain't theirs instead of just being yourself. Be yourself. It's just real simple. Be yourself. Don't look for that, because whoever your tribe is, whoever your people are, will come to you. They will navigate to you no matter what. You'd rather have 10 real people on your side than 100 fake people. Come on.
For
I
sure.
Betrayal is the ultimate thing of anybody should have to deal with. Like, I've experienced it all. Physical, for 9 years, my kid's father intentions was to do a murder suicide. He ended up losing his life behind a situation because he killed a police officer when the whole situation was ending. He ended up killing a police officer and they ended up killing him. So, like, I've been fighting the devil toe to toe for a minute. So you have to catch on to, if you study experiencing these things. If you don't have, get God in your life. Like I say that sternly, get God in your life, because if it wasn't for Him, I wouldn't be here today. Today, like I used to drink heavily, like I mean so heavy to the point when I will go out and I wake up the next day fully clothed in bed, not even knowing how I got home. Like like I had a blackout, and I was the driver. So you have to look at certain situations, and you didn't make it through certain situations by luck. You made it through
Mm-mm.
for a reason, and you have to recognize that you're here for a reason, and you have to. You can't you can't neglect who you are. Can't you? You have to do you have to do who you are. God planted a seed in me to motivate others, and I have to learn how to water that seed. So you have to do who you are. Do who you are. Do not betray your gift. Do not betray your talent. Do not betray yourself for nothing or nobody. Because when you betray your talent, when you betray your gift, when you betray yourself, you betray God.
I totally agree. I totally agree. And when you really know and step into your purpose, you can't even get in your own way for real. You might for real. Self-sabotaging is real, but you can't even get in your own way. That's the mindset you gotta have. Like I can't even get in my own way. I'm a powerful entity. God got me. You understand what I'm saying? That's the mindset you gotta have. It's gonna be different obstacles in your way, but guess what? Sometimes we just gotta do a detour to get around that obstacle. You understand what I'm saying? It's
Exactly.
different detours that's gonna happen in life. You know what I'm saying? And guess
Mhm.
what? You getting closer and closer to where you need to be at. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So every time I look at different obstacles in my life, I just understand this right here is for a lesson for me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? This is a lesson for me. I'm supposed to learn this. I'm supposed to take this. You know what I'm saying? I try not to, because I'm an emotional person.
Right.
I'm really emotional. Like somebody can hurt my feelings. And it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay, and now it's like I'm understanding I can't let everything get to me like that. You know what I'm saying? I can't.
Right.
I
You
can't.
cannot live life with emotions attached, because when we keep those emotions attached to every situation that we go through, we killing ourselves with these emotions, because they will drag us down if we don't know how to control them. You have to learn how to control the emotions. Bottom line.
Yes. You gotta have discipline, controlling your emotions. Like for real, sometimes I want to be petty about stuff, um, but I have to tell myself no. I can't be petty. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Sometimes I want to react because that's my lower self. You
right.
know what I'm saying? That's what I'm used to doing, tagging people in posts.
And people don't.
Um,
And petty is a lower part of yourself. And I'm not gonna. I spent years being petty. Like it was ridiculous, and I had to look at it. Like I had to delete my original page. I had to delete that entire page because it was just so much garbage on there. I'm like, okay, that's not me no more. You
yeah,
have to remove certain things out your life at some point.
yeah. So I had to, like, I had an issue. I know I keep talking about this, y'all. Everybody that be listening to me, I had an issue with people liking my posts. Like I don't like I didn't well listen, I still don't like likes because I was thinking about love, caring. I look at things differently. Everything to me is about vibration and energy. That's how I look at it, but everybody don't look at it like I do. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So
right,
everything that I do with intentions. If I see a picture, I want to show love to that picture because that's the frequency I'm on. You know what I'm saying? So that's my mindset. I was out here erasing people because they was liking my posts. That's petty. That's
right.
childish.
It
That's
is.
childish.
It is,
I was doing that.
it is, and I be looking. I used to look at like recently. I was looking at it like, man, if these blue thumb people don't go on, but I just left it alone. I said, forget it. It is what it is because that's me. Like I heart everybody. If it ain't a heart, it's a Karen, unless it's a funny post. Those are
Yeah.
the only three that I use. Only three
Yeah.
because and that is true. You spreading energy, like you don't have to come into exact contact with somebody to spread energy.
Yeah.
Spread energy virtually.
Yes. So that's my mindset. Like everything I have to do with intentions. If I see somebody celebrating life, yo, I'm happy that they celebrating life. So I'm gonna show them love. I'm not gonna like because like it's like low vibration to me. Likes are still low vibrations to me, but I still have to understand that everybody don't understand the frequency I'm on. I'm
Exactly.
on a different radio station, and it's
Right.
okay. Once they turn their station to understanding that everything that you do, like I look at everything like that. Like, yo, I have to show love. This is who I am. I can't like it. If I feel like I gotta like it, I'm gonna just go by it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like everything that I do with intentions. I have to show love. I have to show gratitude because gratitude is essential.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my mindset. That's just me. But I had to understand that everybody don't think like me.
And that's why that at the end of the day, that's the key right there. That's the key.
Yeah.
The key. That's why, and I had to deal with, because my petty posts and all the garbage I used to post, like go through the roof with the reactions. But when I started stepping into who I really was, like
Mm-hmm.
that changed dramatically. Like,
Of course.
but then I had to keep telling myself, this is not for you. This is not, this is for who need it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the picture is bigger than us. The picture is always
Mm-hmm.
bigger than us. So I have
Yes.
to keep that in mind every single day. Like I don't care who touched the post, I don't care who read on, I don't care. It's gonna get posted because it's gonna help somebody.
Yeah, that's at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Like, as long as I reach one person, I did my job. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Because social media will have you so fixed on views and like, well, have you so fixed on it, feel like you're not getting your message out, but
right,
you really getting your message out, but you can't look at it like that. Whatever you feel, you keep doing. You be consistent with it. You keep going, keep
exactly.
going. The right people are gonna gravitate towards you, and that's
Mm.
how you build your village. That's how you build your tribe.
Your biggest supporters is always gonna be strangers. People you don't
Yep.
even know. Like I have this one, and I'm so grateful for her. Like every reel that I do or live that I do, she shares it. She shares it and she puts her own message with it. And
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm grateful for that one big supporter that I have, because she understands. Just like I have other strangers reaching out to me about certain things. You have to just stick in there, because like you said, your tribe is gonna gravitate towards you. No matter what,
Yeah.
they're gonna come.
Yep, you right. And I'm just glad, when you got a partner with you too, and they holding you down and they supporting you, that's everything too. Like that's key. Like for real, when you got somebody in your corner that
Right.
if I turn to my left or my right, they gonna be right there with you. That's key too. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's like, yo, at the end of the day, I'm dealing with everything, you know what I'm saying? Because this is a different world. Because it's like you coming in contact with a lot of different energies. There's a lot of people gravitating towards you. Sometimes it could be good, sometimes it could be bad. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But you have to decipher. You got to use your intuition to know who's for you and who's not for you. Because people could just be riding along with you to see what's beneficial for them.
That's it. That's it. But I ain't gonna lie, God got me to a certain point where I'm not gonna lie, I have four awesome kids. My kids have been there through, like, those my road dogs.
Yeah.
From age range from 17 to 26. My oldest son, that's like my right hand man right there. I promise, like, my kids been through everything with me. They've seen everything, like, and they still by my side. Like,
Yeah.
though that's my humanly, those my rocks. And I
That's what it is.
God for all four of them every day, because I love them with all my heart, and they know that I would do anything for them.
For sure. So when you got your certification of being a life transformation coach, how did it feel like when you went through the classes and everything? Because it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff you got to go through to.
It is, but when you've been through the transformation and you go
Hmm.
through a course, it's like, I know this. Like,
Yeah, that's how I feel now.
right. Like, I know this already. Like, and that was and I guess that's what took me so long to, like, really go through my transformation, because I was always had this mindset, because we don't grow up in households where talking to a therapist or going to see a therapist is something that's discussed. And I was always like, "Hey, how you gonna help me from a textbook standard when I had to live through it? Like, did you live through it? Can you, like, really genuinely tell me,
Right.
how it feels, or what it feels like to overcome all this?" And I strayed away from it, because I didn't want to be helped or analyzed from a textbook. You know, Life experiences is that's the best experience you could ever, best lessons you could ever have. Like,
And
and it was just hard for me to, like, really sit down and be able to talk to somebody who's never been or experienced anything that I have. So God took me a different route. I accepted it.
for sure, that's how it be. And then you already certified, and you also can, since you've been through the transformation, you can do your own criteria. You could build your own um academy, and you can do your own coursework, and people can learn from that, because we been through it. So it's like we could teach y'all how to do A, B, C, and D, because we already went through them stages. So it's
Right.
easier when you have already been through it, like actually being through it, not just talking about it, not just reading it. I want to be a transformation coach, but you ain't really trained. You ain't did nothing. You
It have to be some type of connection, like complete connection there for you to be able to, say, and that's what I don't understand about some people may be in, have done it just because they've seen someone else go through it or whatever. But it's always been better for me to connect with people who have experienced, who who that way I know how to empathize with people when they experiencing that, because everybody don't know how to have empathy for
no.
situations, and like, really understand what someone's going through or what they've been through. And I'm grateful that I did go through it. I'm grateful for every lesson that I've experienced. I'm grateful for every trauma I experienced because it all taught me and it got me to this point. You know, like I feel like a free spirit at this point. Like I've gained so much peace, so much happiness.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't even think I'll be having a frown on my face no more.
Cause it ain't no need, cause you
Right,
free.
right,
You
exactly.
free, like you free. And so when you free, everything like yo, I go outside and I be talking to the trees, I talk to the birds. I hugged the tree the other day. Um, I don't know. I feel alive. Like I just stretch out my arms. I'm like, thank you. I
Right,
just be so grateful. Like, thank you. Like that's my energy. Like I just be telling everybody I love them because I do love them. Like I love myself enough to give people love.
love
You know what I'm saying?
that
So I love myself now. So it's like I'm a fountain. Like okay, like
pouring.
I'm not drained that much because it's like I pour into myself now. I learn how to love myself. You know what I'm saying? I learned how to love myself. Shout out to my babe, but cause watching somebody else love themselves can teach you how to really love yourself. Like if
Yeah,
you see somebody pouring into themselves, like yo, I'm choosing me, and they like yo, you should choose you. Everything is like yo, so nothing's wrong with me. Like for
right,
real, cause you like, dag, and I apologize for everything. And then you have to just go through different things. Like I know it gotta be exhausting for a person just to just hear every day. I'm like, I'm sorry, I apologize. And they telling you over and over, you're not doing anything, you're not doing anything, you're not doing anything, with not even an attitude. Like
right,
over and over, just reassuring you, like you are of greatness.
right,
And then when it clicked, it's like, oh, I am of greatness. I am beautiful. I am, you know what I'm saying? I
right.
started
Exactly.
yeah, but it took me a minute though.
Don't worry. It took me a minute. Trust me. I used to
Yeah.
pour from a half full glass, and I would empty out myself every time. And until I just put my foot down, I said, "Nope, no, this is my time. This is my time. I have to choose me at this time." And I had
Yes.
to fill myself up until I started to overflow.
Yes. That's what it is, that overflow. So now it's like, yo, I'm good now. So it's like I really love myself. I'm working on myself. I'm changing my eating habits because I know I want to be healthier. I know I need to lose weight. That's a part of self-love, holding
Mm-hmm.
yourself accountable.
Mm-hmm.
I looked in the mirror one day and I never really I was like, yo, I ain't even know I was this big. Like for real. I was like, I never looked at myself like that. And then I'm like, yo, I need to lose weight for myself. Cause I used to lose weight for everybody else. Cause they like, Kendra, you need to lose weight. You need to lose weight. So I did everything for everybody else. So they could be happy for me. But it was like I wasn't really happy for myself because I'm losing weight. So y'all can shut up and leave me alone. But
Right.
now I'm like, yo, I'm losing weight for myself. I don't care who believe it or not. I don't care what y'all think. I believe in myself. Yo, I'm healthy. I'm healthy. That's what I'm
It's
saying.
true. You have to block out those opinions because people know how they
Yes,
are
it's
regardless. Like,
yeah, especially family. Family opinions will hurt you.
man, man, tell me about
So yeah, family opinions will hurt you. And I can't. I'm at a place right now that I see myself distancing myself from one family member that really doesn't do any good for my spirit no more.
it. Right,
And it's okay for me to release her. I
right.
have to for myself because have you ever just had somebody stare at you like they hate you
Yeah, of
and
course.
just look at you like they hate you?
And
And
you
it's
can feel it.
like, yeah, and I just feel it. And it's like, I never did nothing to this person. And it's like now I'm 38 years old. And it's like, yo, it's like I want to stand up to this person, but it's like I don't want to be disrespectful to this person. But this person can't keep looking at me like they hate me. Like, I don't like that. That made me feel like I'm less than. I don't even want to be around that energy. So now I have a voice.
Right.
I have
That's
a voice. I'm able to speak on what I feel. You know what I'm saying? I'm not being disrespectful, but
right.
you are not going to look at me like you hate me when you really hate yourself.
You grew up a shy kid, didn't you?
I really, I talked a lot in school, right? So listen, I used to get in trouble all the time in school because I talked all the time. So I was put in a box. You feel me? Because I used to get in trouble all the time for talking. Like I
Right.
want to talk, I want to help people. Then I was like, I can't help people, I can't talk. So I just kind of like stood back and try not to get in trouble.
Right. So
You
it's
know what I'm
that
saying?
that shuts you down. Okay, that's what shuts you.
Yeah,
Because you
yeah.
said
So
voice now. Because I'm like, okay, you wasn't really expressing yourself at some point.
yeah. So I was putting on a lot of masks and stuff. I really won't live in my truth. You know what I'm saying? So I
Right.
was putting on a lot of masks, laughing, making people laugh, and doing everything to like I was codependent. Like I needed people to validate me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like I felt like, yo, I need validation. Like, yo, if I make this person laugh, I made somebody happy. Or damn, why this person don't talk to me? Dang, what did I do to this person? Like I used to just be in my mind all the time. Like, why that person don't like me? Man, that person don't like me, but I'm a good person. And I used to beat myself up about stuff. But yeah, because now it's just like, yo, I don't even care. Like this platform is everything for me because I like talking. I
Right.
love talking. I love being around people. I love encouraging people. I love clapping for people. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Naturally, like, yo, I believe in you. If you believe in
Right.
yourself, yo, go.
Exactly.
Go.
And that's what a lot of people. So I'm not scared to support nobody. I don't care where you going, what you doing. I'm gonna support you. I'm going. Like the interviews that I do. These are people that I've actually seen flourish online over the years. And so yeah, I had them on to interview to motivate other people. Like, to explain what they've been through because I watched you the whole way. I showed you love. That's me. I show love to everybody when you doing something positive, when you doing something great with your life, when you stepped out your comfort zone, when you just being you. Like, I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna support you.
That's the energy right there, man. That's the energy. Just being able to, I don't know, like, I guess, like, me personally, I say, like, putting on weight, continue to putting on weight was a way to have a wall up with people. Um, it might sound crazy, but it's just like, it's just a way to put up a wall, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I don't know. Just keep putting on weight, putting on weight. You ain't really thinking about nothing. You just eating with your emotions. You know what I'm saying? You just
Right.
doing things like that, but really you shouldn't be doing that, but you really not thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a cold, cold world. Like the things that I've experienced from people that were my friends, parents that said things to me, and I always remember what they say to me. Like I always remember how a person looked at me, and I always remember how a person made me feel. So everybody that always supported me, never judged me, and never, just looked at me like a human, not my flaws and different things like that. Just accepted Kendra. I always remember them, and when I get where I'm going, they will be taken care of.
I know that's right. I know
They will
that's
be
right.
taken care of.
And and like I told you, my one like main supporter, and I told her yesterday, I said you, and I had to explain to her. I said I told her I love you. I love you. Your support is like no other. And I said, yeah, I'm gonna remember you when this podcast take off.
Yeah, because your podcast gonna take off. It's gonna take off. Continue to go. You
Exactly.
gotta go. You gotta go. Do things that makes you uncomfortable. You heard
Try
me?
listen. That's why I asked you that. Now I grew up a shy kid. Now this I would have never did. Like it took everything in me to start getting on video, to start doing videos. Cause my coach, she was like, "You need to start doing videos." I said no. Like when I started my podcast, I started with just a voice stream on Anchor.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm like, I'm cool with them just hearing my voice. They ain't gotta see my face. So it took a lot of me. I grew up like I didn't like when I say it was like a communication in our house, like it shut me down in so many ways. So I had to get out, I had to come out that shell this year because I guess God like just nudged me with this Facebook thing because I was doing my podcast on Anchor, and one morning I just woke up and I don't know, my followers had went from 1,100 to 4,400. I'm like, okay, God, what we doing here? So it was
That's
like
the
he just
energy.
kind of pushed me into the video thing. I said, okay, because I was
Man,
not really on Facebook like that. I was, at that time because I was going through all this stuff. So I had strayed away, and videos was not my thing. Like, you're not gonna get me on the video. I'll take a million still pictures, but for me to just be on the video, it's not gonna happen. I
for
guess God
sure.
said, I got another plan. Get out there. Go ahead.
Yeah. And so I started on, listen, I started on Anchor too. You feel me? See, I was the whole time, listen, I was trying to build with people that weren't trying to build. I was in places I know. Sometimes you already know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's so crazy because I see things, I know it's gonna happen, but it's like I have to learn this lesson. My mind, that I don't know, but that's just what it is. It's like I have to learn this lesson. Like I was at this platform and I was putting in this platform, like putting in, and I seen how people was gravitating towards me, but I really wasn't taking it. Like I'm like, man, whatever. Like I really wasn't like really accepting. It's hard for me to accept things, if that
Right.
makes sense. Like I was helping with like virtual things like on GTA 5. I don't know, I'm a gamer, but I was on GTA 5. Like that's where my whole coaching and everything started, honestly, on GTA 5, helping people with like glitches, helping people with like getting cars. I was just like the person like you just came to. Like if somebody said no to that person, I'd be like, nah, you come over here, I'll teach you how to do it. I was
Right.
that person virtually. I was doing that on a game. You feel me? People was gravitating towards me and they started calling me Coach K. Like
Right.
Coach K, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like Coach K. Like you going like I was just teaching and teaching and teaching. Even though it was a game, now I look at everything now. That's where God wanted me to be at the time.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
know what I'm saying?
He have a
That's where
certain
he wanted.
place for us every time. Like if he puts you in a certain place, you just got to sit there and just figure it out because you there for a reason. Like every second of our lives happen for a reason. People have
Yes.
to understand that it don't just happen. It happens for a reason. If you sitting for about 2 days, it's for a reason. If you're moving about for 2 days, it's for a reason. Everything is for a reason. It's not like, oh, you know, it's and it all plays a your mindset play a whole part on it too. But you have to always have this mindset. My life is more than what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get and I believe that's like one of the things that kept me alive in that domestic violence relationship. My mindset didn't change. I'm like, I'm gonna live. I had to play the game of you got to become a fool to fool to fool, and I had to at that time because my mindset was like, I got a life to live. I didn't give up at that point. I don't care. I had got shot at, raped, beat, everything. Like, I'm gonna live.
Look, I'm telling you, I need to introduce you to my friend Shonda. She has a podcast too, and it's called No More Silence, and she just started her podcast. And y'all would it would be so dope for y'all to even just have a conversation, because both of y'all could, you know what I'm saying, just talk to each other because y'all have the similar situations. And that's what it's about, sisterhood. You know what I'm saying? The
Right.
sisterhood, being able to, you know what I'm saying, see things, being able to bring people together. You know what I'm saying? Like I think big. You feel me? Like
Exactly.
I'm thinking about my podcast in LA. I'm thinking about my podcast globally. I'm big
Exactly.
energy. You feel what I'm
Exactly.
saying? I'm big
Exactly.
energy. I believe in myself.
And people are intimidated when you speak like that because they be like, they don't think it's possible because their mindset is like almost like this, right? So
Closed.
if your mindset ain't worldwide, then ain't nothing I can do for you here.
Yeah. And you know people really scared. They scared when you shining because they see you doing something that they couldn't do because they
Exactly.
gave up too quick. People give up too quick. If you keep
Yeah.
going and going and going, like I was just posting, like I ain't even care. Listen, when I started my podcast, I was just posting. I didn't care who shared it. I didn't care who supported me. And I did it consistently, like every day,
Right.
every day, every day. Like I had to celebrate myself and tell myself, like, it's okay for me to put on Facebook that I reached my 100th episode. It's okay for me to put on Facebook that I've interviewed over 60 people since
Right.
March the 12th of this year. That's major for me.
Exactly. You got to celebrate yourself. You have to celebrate yourself.
Yeah.
I don't care what's going on. Everybody don't view what you're going through the same way that you view it. Especially when you know you putting your heart and your all into it. You better celebrate yourself every milestone you hit. Every milestone.
Yes. Yes, I do. I do. And it's like my mind always thinking about creating things, you know what I'm saying? Why not us creating things that has never been created before? That's my
Right.
mindset. Being able to have people to just come up to this platform. If you a motivational speaker, you know what I'm saying? You might not could be on TEDx, but you could be on the Ken J show. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You might not could go over there, but you could be here. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I don't want nothing from you. I just want you to shine.
Right.
That's all I
You know,
want.
somebody told me when I was in real estate. At that time, my mind was, you know, it was expanded beyond real estate because, they had this thing where, you do a book, it'll put your name out there more. And I had already, I had already had the vision of the book, to do, and I had already attempted it a couple of times. And somebody in the room had asked, they was asking everybody, what do you want or whatever. I said to be able to step into a room and not have to introduce myself. So
Mm.
compare me to somebody else who's like this big time real estate person in Chicago. Like this person still got to step into the room and introduce themselves. Well, I'm not him, and my mind is not just on real estate. So
Yes.
and I had to step away from that, and that's still playing in my mind because I'm waiting to get to this point so I can reiterate back to him. Remember this time?
Yeah, because it's gonna happen. You
Exactly,
gonna step in the room, everybody gonna know you.
exactly,
That's the energy, because you already see it.
exactly,
You already visualize it. You about to materialize it. You just getting started.
exactly,
It's about to go off. Go, sis. It's your time. Let's
exactly.
go. It's the energy. I don't care. Let's go. Let's
Yes,
go. It's your time.
yes.
It's your time. Do not give up.
I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not.
Just
I,
know you
I,
powerful. You got to keep going.
I definitely will.
You got to. Hey, listen, I'm going to be in your inbox like, how you feeling today? You know what I'm saying? This not going to be no one-stop interview and vibe. No. I'm going to be on
We
it.
definitely gonna reconnect again once everything take off. Oh yeah, we got to revisit this interview again.
Most definitely, we gonna revisit this interview, and I'm gonna be crying. I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna cry for real,
Right.
because it's gonna be major. You
It
feel what I'm
is.
saying?
It definitely.
And I just feel things, and I know it's gonna be major. And you gotta have faith the size of a mustard seed. You can't see it, but it's gonna happen.
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
can't touch it, but you gonna be able to touch it.
Exactly.
Yo,
Exactly.
you gotta, you are, listen, that's the energy I'm on. Like, bruh, I'ma have me big energy therapy center. It's gonna be set up like Julia Art School. That's my drive. That's what I want to do. I want to make sure everybody know, you know what I'm saying, your mental is key.
It
Once
definitely
you shift your
is.
mindset, I'll say your mindset, but once you shift your mindset, you good.
Exactly. I promise that. And I did a reel about that mindset. Like, you know, no matter where you going, whatever your mindset is, it's gonna determine where you are in 5 years. So it's either gonna be the same or your mindset gonna be able to change that in 5 years. So
Facts.
that's all people really don't understand, that how you think is key to your life and the world around you.
Yes. Yes. Because if you thinking negative thoughts gonna be attracted to you.
Exactly.
But
Negative
if
things
you think,
too.
yeah, but if you thinking positive, you gonna see a lot of positive things happening. And you'll be like, Dad, God, that happened that quick.
Right.
And then you sitting over there on the red carpet, you up here with the best-selling book because you kept going. You didn't
Right.
stop.
Exactly.
Why not us? Why can't you think? Why can't you dream big? What they say, dream without limits, don't it?
Exactly. And
I
if
seen that on
everybody
your live last
everybody
night. Dream without limits. I want to have that a tattoo on me. Dream without limits.
everybody notice that sign, and I make sure it's in every video. Well, not every video, because some of them be in my car, but every video that I do in the house, I make sure that the sign is in the video so people can understand you can dream without limits.
Yeah, that's what I had to do. Take the limits off of myself to understand that I used to be like, man, I can't do this. And one day, everything go back to the game. One day, I sat down and I really just sat there and I tried it out. And it was like once I tried it out, it was like bing, 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 bing. Like
Right.
my mind just started,
Expand.
yeah, like I can do this. And I
Exactly.
was sending people my videos because I was doing videos. I was
Mhm.
sending people my videos and stuff. You know, I know people probably got tired of me sending it, but I ain't care. I
Right.
was sending people videos and I just kept doing it. And I'm like, yo, how did this look? And people would give me input. Okay, well, you should do A, B, C, and D. Everything somebody told me, I put it into work. You know what I'm saying? I,
Right.
I I put it into work. Like with me being on this right here with my face and everything. Well, guess what? My old lady best friend told me, guess what? You need to be on video. You need to do this more. You feel me? So you need to be on YouTube. You need to do this. So I just took that in consideration. Okay, I'm gonna do this more. It's kind of like a talk show.
Right.
It's like a talk show, and you just allowing people to be their most authentic selves without feeling like you're being judged. Like, I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not gonna condemn you. I'm not gonna talk about you. If I can't pick you
Right.
up, I mean, ain't no need for me to add. I don't need to be in your life if I can't add to you.
Right. Exactly. And then, this is a very important time for us to start rising up, because this generation of kids is so lost. Like our generation was already like a little lost. It's like the generations that came after us, they like super lost, because it's they society, social media, everything has built made these facades of who they should be and this, that, another, and they losing. We losing a lot of people because of this. So
Yeah,
this time is very important for us to rise up to show, like, no, it's not. It's a different route you can take. This is it.
yeah. That's what I do with my nephew. He 9, so I would just want him to know that he's a young king and he's destined for greatness. He has $1 million mindset already at 9.
Right, and you
You
got to keep.
understand what I'm saying?
And we have to keep on feeding these kids, feeding them, feeding
Yeah,
knowledge, everything that we didn't get growing up. We owe it to them. We owe it to them,
yeah,
so that you can, whatever you choose to do in life, you can do it.
yeah.
It's nothing stopping you. Just get out your own way. That's the only thing a lot of people need to understand. Get out your own way.
Facts. And I want the kids to understand. Always use your imagination, because that's when your dreams come alive. I want my nephew to always know that your imagination. That's how everything started. When we was little, we just
Man,
have a big imagination,
yeah,
and then it
exactly.
just stopped.
Mine didn't. Mine didn't, but the generations did after.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like they don't know how to dream. They don't know how to vision. Like a man without a vision is a man. You might as well be dead if you don't have a vision.
Facts. And guess what? Write the vision, make it plain, but you gotta write it down. You gotta
Exactly.
write everything down. You gotta understand that, yo, at the end of the day, you just gotta have your own relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can't tell you how to have a relationship with God. Nobody can't tell you you don't belong with God. Everybody we the highest creation.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We the highest creation.
We are able
Um,
to continue to evolve. And I was
yeah,
listening to somebody speak like a tree gonna always be a tree, a dog gonna always be a dog, but a human have the possibility to transform and continue to. We have to continue to evolve. We can't stop evolving because as long as life is going on, we're gonna keep evolving.
for sure, for
Times
sure.
don't change, and we can't just remain the same at all because then you're gonna lose yourself at some point.
You right. You right. So I got one more question to ask you. What advice would you give someone that's stuck and want to move forward, but it's so comfortable going back? But they want to go forward, but at the end of the day, it's so comfortable turning around and just going back to the old ways because it's comfortable. Like, what advice would you give a person?
Personally, I would say, when you in that comfort zone, you got to look at it like, you don't like it. And a lot of people who are in that position don't like the life that they live. They don't like the life that surround them. So if you don't like that life, why not move forward? Because, you can create anything by moving forward and getting out your comfort zone. And I'm pretty 100% sure that you will be more satisfied with what you create by getting out your comfort zone. So
Right.
you gotta put your best foot forward and just go ahead and take them steps. Just stay consistent. Be consistent with whatever it is that you're doing, and I promise you, your future self is gonna thank you. Your future
For
self
sure.
will definitely thank you.
For sure. So let the people know how they can get in contact with you and how they can follow you on Facebook.
Transformation to Becoming is the name of my page. You guys can go follow. I was like, when you get to the professional mode, you can actually just run automatic posts, like you just schedule it and they just post
Oh,
automatically. So yeah, you can go now. It's post every day. I always post something motivational, inspirational. The reels always motivational, inspirational. Check them out. I do have this book on Amazon. It's called The Greatest Renovation Ever. Like, it's no greatest renovation that you could ever do like it is renovating yourself.
mm,
And that's another thing I did want to explain to them, because our bodies is a house. It is a house, and you do have to take care. You do have to keep. How can I say? You have to tend to it. You have to tend to it. So, and this one is also available if you guys want. It's a group of authors on here who tell their stories, how they overcame their traumas and past issues. But yeah, the main thing is transformation to becoming, because that's like I said, it's new to me. I got nudged into that position. So yeah, that's where I'm at most of the time.
and guess what? That's the position you in. That's the position you in. You ain't seen nothing yet. You haven't seen nothing yet.
Right.
It's
Exactly.
only it's only the beginning. Can you just
Exactly.
imagine that? Like, it's just the
Yeah.
beginning.
Like, I'm super excited. I'm super excited for what the future has in store. Like,
Yes.
and that's the thing. When you have to get a vision. Just get a vision. And when you got a vision, stick to that vision. The end result is always, just make sure you stick to the end result, whatever it is. And it's gonna outweigh whatever you go through, whatever obstacles you come overcome. I mean, come to. As long as you hold on to your vision, I guarantee you're gonna make it.
Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. You just gotta hold on to your vision. You got to hold on to your vision and understand that everything that you going through now is preparing you for that ladder. You understand what I'm saying? We
It
can't
is.
We gotta appreciate our journey.
Yes. Don't
We got
complain.
to.
Please don't complain. Don't complain. Don't complain. Just what is this
No.
situation teaching me? What am I supposed to get out this situation? Change it to that. That's all.
Facts, facts. Thank you for coming to the platform. I really appreciate you. Continue being great. Don't give up.
Never.
Don't
Never.
give up. Keep
I'm ready
going.
for life.
I know that. I know that's right. But once again, y'all, this is Why Not Us podcast, and peace and blessings, and we out.
All right.
I appreciate you.